of the Mind Flayer.
Welcome to Theatre of the Mind Flayer, a D&D play podcast set in the homebrewed world of Jekyll. We've got 2 DMs for some reason, which can only mean twice the fun. So sit back, relax, and enjoy your time at
Theatre of the Mind Flayer.
Michael.
What have you brought me into this
shut
booth
up.
for?
Shut your face. Shut your filthy face for a second. I've brought you into this booth. Is that what it says?
I was shutting up. Yeah.
Oh, God, that's terrifying. I brought you into this booth to tell you that Bookworm Games, down to their last 24 hours of their Kickstarter, there's still time to pledge. You can get a bunch of their wonderful stretch goals. They're looking to reach their stretch goals. You can get a bunch of wonderful puzzles and things and goodies if you pledge to their Kickstarter, which was funded within the first 12 hours.
And there's only 24 hours left.
I believe
to get
that maybe even less than 24 hours.
Well,
at this
it seems
point.
like a lot of people are into it, and if you're not into it right now, you better get into it within the next 24 hours.
Yeah, I think there's a total of like between 5 and 7 boxes at this point. We've had the pleasure of looking at 2 of them.
Only 2, and those 2 are great.
Amazing. Go check out Bookworm Games.
And Quest Chest! Embark on your next quest!
You got that right.
Yeah.
Theatre of the Mind Flayer.
Welcome to Theatre of the Mind Flayer. Your ear holes are now absolutely pierced by my voice. My apologies.
If we get sued,
for
it's
what?
you.
For what?
It's not the company.
For breaking eardrums.
Yeah.
Breaking eardrums and breaking hearts. That's what I do. Breaking sound barriers because I'm so fast. Caleb.
Break mirrors.
Break them. Oh.
Anything that's made of glass or pottery in this
All
room.
right, okay. We're not getting into the fact that I
plants as well.
break a lot of things. I did not break that plant. I'm Jacob Basher. That's Caleb Dowdall.
Hello. Welcome to our podcast.
How you doing, Caleb?
I'm very good. How are you, Jake?
I'm not too bad.
Yeah, good.
That's good. Luke, what's Luke Sykes? What was the last thing you've broken?
Last thing I broke was probably a I know what it was. It was I was packing to move, and then it wasn't packing it that broke it. It was me taking something off a shelf that fell off and hit something else, and then rolled in something else, and then broke a pink martini glass that was a gift.
Oh, no.
Did you break it at the stem?
No, the whole thing just shattered.
Was it part of a set or was it?
Yeah, there was 4, now there's 3. But it's great because Emma's broken everything else, one of every other glass, so now we only have odd glasses.
Oh, that's kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Silver
It
lining.
is kind of cool, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
I mean,
agree.
I was just kind of...
Hercules Maze, what's the last thing you broke?
I broke wind.
That's what that is. Jesus.
Etterath, can you smell anything? Michael Briganti, what's the last thing
I
you
broke a whole pack of dozen eggs, which was like, of course I dropped it and it just, yeah. So
Something worse than a
very
broken
sad. Can't scoop it back up, and once it's broken, it's
Yeah,
gone.
all the king's horses and all... Well, there you go. Both on the same page. Daelyn Lester-Serafini, what's the last thing you broke?
Our heart.
Oh,
No, I haven't broken that yet.
a bunch of little dragons at work, honestly. I was cleaning and a couple of them fall off, and I don't know why, but every time I break something, it's always like a clean cut of the head. So Carmen started calling me the decapitator.
Oh, nice. There is a series of books by Chris DeLancey about a guy who goes and boards with a woman who's a potterer, and she makes all these little dragons that she thinks are alive, and then something happens.
Oh, that's so cool.
Thanks, Jake.
I feel like I
wanna give it away.
remember the cover of that book from my childhood.
Each one is the eyeball of a dragon.
My favorite book was what is it?
Wasn't the question.
Paragon.
No. It was Dealing with Dragons. Did you? It was like it was all this like this princess that's like, fuck this. I don't want to do this. And so she goes away and she's like wants to get kidnapped by a dragon.
Was that the paperback princess?
That was also the Paper Bag Princess does that as well.
Yeah.
Where she's like, I don't want to be rescued. Thank you.
Yeah,
You know what the last thing I broke was?
What?
Bench in acting class.
You did too, yeah. You kicked a bench in our acting class and split it. This is one of my favorite dragon books. It's literally just a series of letters from explorers as they discover dragons.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, is that Graham Base?
Yeah, Graham Base.
That reminds
His
me of
art
like the
is
Dragonology
amazing.
book.
Yes, very similar.
Apologies.
Asian dragons, but it follows each chronicle follows one journalists in particular as they discover dragons. And the last one was interesting because he slowly goes crazy. And then the last letter was the first time as a kid I read something and the last letter was like incomplete. I'm like, did he die? But yeah. Danielle Butlin, what's the last thing that you broke?
You'd probably know better than me, but I'm going to go with not a technical break, but I stashed the charger for our handheld vacuum somewhere and we have not been able to relocate it. And so now the vacuum does not work.
Jake looks very angry.
You technically broke it by losing.
I broke it.
I'm disappointed.
By losing a piece of it.
Losing a piece of it.
We've had to implement we need to make sure 2 people in the house know where something is, just so someone's brain will.
There's only 2 of you.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, that
So we
sounds about
both
right. I don't
need
think
to know
you've
where
physically
things are.
broken anything.
I re-broke one of the mugs.
You did?
And then re-glued it back together. Yeah, ages
Tell
ago.
me about that.
Remember? Yeah, you were there. I knocked it
Because
over.
it got re-glued. It doesn't count if you re-glue it.
Wait, who broke the chair?
That was me.
Oh.
That was me. I think I was trying to get Fern's bike parked somewhere and I just lifted the chair and let go and it dropped and smashed.
Jake's furniture moving skills have been noted by some other members of our class who have said Jake's a very aggressive furniture
He always just goes up for it. He always goes up for
I
it.
get up there and I'm like, get it fucking moved. Because I'm used to doing like amateur theater where it's like, you got to get up there, you got to help out, you got to move things. And the quicker you move things, the better.
Move things quickly and calm.
Quickly and calmly.
Caleb, what's the last thing you broke?
The last thing I broke was last night was sticks over my leg for firewood, but I actually picked up one that was too big and it didn't break, and I don't know if you can see in that light, but I ended up bruising my leg.
Right below your tattoo.
On your leg.
That's the tattoo we got for losing
my fantasy football league. You've seen this. You've all seen this, right?
I haven't seen that, no.
Seen photos.
What's it say?
I haven't seen you declare.
It says
Loser.
football game winner, which was my
35.
ironically my team name that year, and then 1935, which is my points, the total points I got that year. So I guess I broke my skin by tattooing that on my leg.
Those are 2 of the most boring fucking answers you've ever given to any questions.
Well, it was just a very legit answer. It was last night. I
Surprising
was
considering how accident prone you are.
Right. Yeah.
Have you broken a bone before? Oh, you have. You cracked a rib.
I cracked a rib. I broke my
on his own
toe as
laptop.
well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Story. Yep. Anyway, no, I'm being overly harsh.
Do you know this story? Yeah.
I'm being overly harsh, Caleb.
Yeah.
Good stories.
Do you think shaving counts as breaking something?
Breaking a hair.
Yeah.
You made it sound.
But it's cutting a hair. It's not breaking a hair.
A haircut is now a hair break.
Well, I mean, if you cut yourself, then you're breaking skin.
It's the new chocolate bar debate.
No.
What considers a break?
Oh, question for you.
Yeah.
Is a Smartie a chocolate bar?
No.
Is it
No.
Kit Kat a break?
That's candy.
Yeah.
It's a candy.
M&M's are also
But
candy.
is candy really?
It's a candy.
Candy-coated chocolate. You got a trivia tree for us, Caleb?
Yeah. Are we not going to do an improv, or are we going to do?
Oh shit! Yeah, we're doing an improv. Fuck! I completely forgot. I wouldn't have fluffed so much.
Quick
Yeah.
improv, a new improv game.
We're gonna play an improv game. This is called Unprepared Pastor. The idea is that one person is going to be giving the introduction to a funeral. They were a wonderful man, woman, that sort of thing, and the rest of the people, as they describe the person, they won't know who they are. The rest of us will, and we need to, if they get a fact wrong, go. Meh. If they get a fact right, go hallelujah. And that's how they try and figure out who they're giving a eulogy for.
Okay.
So who would like to be the pastor?
I can.
Excellent. Can you get the fuck out for a moment as we decide on some... it will be a real celebrity or a real character.
I know times like this can be viewed as sad, and times like this can be viewed as, you know, a pleasure to some who may not have liked this deceased.
Hallelujah.
Right on the gates with that one.
I'm struggling to find nice words to say about this person who lays down in front of us, but I will endeavor to find something that we can all identify with. This person who stood tall amongst the community and spoke with a confident voice.
Hallelujah.
Preaching the civil rights that we all agree with. They were a guiding example to how we should live our lives.
Hallelujah!
They left us way too young.
Hallelujah!
And Is it Jesus?
Very good.
We've got time for one more. Who would like to step out and be the
That went a
pastor?
lot easier than I thought.
Damn.
Who would like to step out now and be the pastor?
Go, Michael, go.
Michael, how'd you go?
All right. I was
No,
going to say
Daelyn,
Yeah, I was gonna say
Daelyn. It's the end of your tenure.
I like your
tenure here.
anyways.
Your tenancy, yeah.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to remember this man.
Hallelujah.
And all of his great accomplishments in the field of music, in the field of film. In the field of entertainment, in the field of politics, in the field of
Pastor's shit.
I don't know anything about the deceased.
in the field of painting, in the field of being a real character.
Real character. Well,
What's your definition of real?
character?
He was a character. He was such a character.
He was a character.
I'm gonna point. This is okay.
He was so kind.
Hallelujah.
And just looked after everybody around him.
Hallelujah.
And this is fucking hard. And he
Remind us what we love most about him physically.
There was so much that made him stand out.
Well, his big arms.
Hallelujah.
That's all you.
I don't know. His physicality and
Well, I mean, you're not describing anything. You just say he had a physicality, which can be
his
said about anything.
hugs.
Hallelujah.
Because he was a great, kind wrestler. No.
His hugs did envelop you twice. They were so big and
I
kindly.
think we might have misled you on real character.
Oh.
Well, he was a character.
Yeah, but I think it's real. I think she was going for
It was
real.
very misleading.
That's why we let on
fictional.
character. He wasn't a real
Okay.
character. He was a
All right.
character. He
I
was
just
a
want to make sure
character.
Daelyn knows.
That's why I said he was a character. Not necessarily a real character, but he was such a character.
Giant amongst men.
Yes.
Oh, he was the Iron Giant.
I'm starting to think that maybe we should get rid of this pastor.
Yeah, I think we need to,
He was Baymax.
Are you okay? Are you okay
I'm
there?
having a stroke.
You having a
I
stroke.
think I'm gonna
Appreciate
die.
this is the deceased.
Yeah. Would he?
He always liked the weird and the
He was kind to the weirdos. He was a weirdo himself.
yeah,
I think. Yeah.
like to take in the
strays.
Strays.
Had a lot of pets,
A lot of pets.
right?
Yeah.
I think I noticed.
About taking in the strays.
You are the pastor.
Look at me. I'm the pastor now.
I'll take it from here.
Professor X.
I know that he would have loved to have been a professor. I know he would have loved to have been. He
professor,
dreamed
yeah.
to be a professor.
Some of his
But
best friends were
wasn't he a
professors.
professor for a time there?
I think he was professor
I
for a
think
time.
he was a
very
professor
short
for a time there.
Very short time. Yeah, but professors were his best friends.
He got fired.
He got
But after he got fired,
expelled.
he became a professor.
He got expelled when he was younger, and then they took him in. They were happy to have him work.
And he was framed, I'd say. He was framed for that when he was expelled.
Framed, yes. And then when he sheltered Harry Potter, Hermione, and Ron Weasley in his hut there.
What was his favorite pet called?
Fluffy.
Fluffy.
One of his favorite. He also had a
yeah.
pet named Norbit.
Oh, we're so sad to see Hagrid dead on his Wow, that's no idea. Oh my God.
That is how that game is played. And speaking of playing games, we're going to jump into the D&Ds.
They jumped in.
Theater of the Mind Flip.
In our last session,
Knew he was gonna fucking do it.
Thank you, Jake. You decide to explore Tortui while the crew fix up the Twilight Jester. Safirith and Azorith flew into the sky to try reach the top of the strange wall that winds its way through the Shadowlands, while those below began seeing strange shadows in the distance and smelling death on the air. They made their way through the forest, finding a group of bodies strewn about a campsite. And Etterath's hands seemed to get infected with some type of shadowy magic. Meanwhile, Safirith and Azorith found a glowing, futuristic community living in a bowl within the wall.
they saw a whole land, and in the center of the land was just a little fishbowl that they saw, and that's what it was.
A massive, giant humanoid.
Not only was he massive, he was also giant.
Swatted Safirith and Azorith away, and you landed back towards the party, and you informed them what you had discovered, and you made your way back to camp. Unsure whether you were going to go back and possibly explore this seemingly hidden city, or go back to Fiaine once the ship was fixed up, which is where we're going to begin our session today.
As we begin our session, you guys having lunch, Etterath fishing. We ended with Quadina looking down at Safirith.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's all right, I'll do your job for you. Looking down at Safirith and remarking, she's quite charming, isn't she? Easy to talk to.
I'm going to make my way up onto the ship towards Quadina.
Yeah. As you make your way up onto the ship is slanted, so it's kind of a little bit of a climb. As you climb up, she kind of trots on down the steps into the bow of the ship. Okay. You follow her down past the gun deck, down to the lower deck there. She appears to be sitting at the table as if it's just a regular old day, sitting in a slanted angle there. And as you come on in, she gestures to the table, and you can see there appears to be a plate for you and a plate for her, and there appears to be this pinkish, almost raw meat there. And she says, "Would you like some?"
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to you. Would you like some?
No, I think I'm okay, but thank you for the offer.
That's a shame. It opens your eyes. Takes a bite of this sashimi-like fish.
I'll
As
sit.
she does, her eyes kind of widen even more. She says, "I don't know if you've partaken in the fish from Ava, but they widen your experience of life."
Yes, I've already partaken. Thank you.
What did you see?
Saw a lot that I didn't really want to see.
You find with prolonged exposure, you see other things, outcomes, possibilities. There are a chosen few who forego rest in order to seek this enlightenment. Some of your friends have experienced it. They haven't seen what many others have seen, not what I've seen. And you find that there are possibilities, there are beings, there are occurrences that are unavoidable. And sometimes the best way forward is forward.
What do you see?
I see plenty. I see more than I wish to see. I see beings on the other side of that enormous rock wall. Beings that are older than we could ever imagine. Locked away. I see your little friend with the scars. I see him with your big friend with the tattoos. I see them with their new friends at the bonfire. I see a strange, pale creature. Her face doesn't sit in one place.
Is that who you were talking to earlier?
Yes, she's very charming.
Just be careful. She's tricky.
Yes, she is. Tricky, 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 tricky. Are you going to run?
I haven't decided yet.
I can put them in there where it's dramatic as well. There will come a time where you need to run or surrender.
It's the way things are. It's the way things need to be in order for the old gods to take back what's theirs.
I can't fight.
You can try. You'll lose more than you want. You've lost so much already. I can guarantee you this. Whichever option you choose, it won't be the end. It may feel like it. She will not end you. And they,
points at your ring around your neck.
They will not end you. I can't say the same for what either of them will do to your friends.
Yeah, I'm more worried about that. You seem to see a lot.
Yes, the future is inevitable.
She pulls out her sketchbook and she flips to the page of the young tiefling boy. Do you see his face?
Amden.
Is he at the fire?
He's not at the fire. He's in the city. He had no one to look after him, so he went to a familiar face. An inconsistent face, but a familiar one. He's there now.
You can feel him there right now?
I can see him.
Looks out in the vague direction of Severe and goes,
yeah, there he is. Gives a little wave. He can't see me.
I didn't leave him behind. I thought he was dead. She told me he was dead. I didn't leave him alone.
Where did you leave him? With whom did you leave him? How did you leave him?
He was with them. He was in the burrow, and I thought that he was fine with them. I trusted them, and I came back, and his body wasn't there, but she told me that she had done something worse to him, and I didn't know if she was just playing with me, but I thought he was gone, and I hoped that he was alive, but I also hoped that he was dead because I didn't want him to be alive and with her. And is he hurt?
I cannot tell. There is a very quick way to find out. When the time comes, surrender. It will happen. I've seen it. It's necessary for the old gods to return. What will happen will make you more resilient, more powerful, and this will aid the old gods.
Are they the ones making those necessary? Are they pulling those threads?
The old gods do not directly pull threads. They do not have that power anymore. But bit by bit, they are influencing. There is much that this world is about to encounter. Bokt is in grave danger, but not just from the Severian forces. No, there are others. There.
Gods.
Kind of shrugs, raises her eyebrows.
What about you? What are you?
I have eaten too much and spent too long not sleeping. I believe I'm a seer, maybe. I see more than I can comprehend. But given the right catalyst, I can focus. Indeed, focusing on your particular destiny. You will have to say goodbye to your friends. It's unclear whether you'll come back, but if you say goodbye to your friends, the old gods will return in one way or another. There will be a great uplifting, so to speak, and a breaking down of walls, so to speak. You shut up, you know what I'm talking about.
Will that destroy us all?
Not all of you, no. Those of you strong enough. Your turtle friend seems full of confidence in this regard. It's not entirely misplaced, as far as I can tell. But there is one, possibly two, possibly three, maybe all of them, but there's definitely one among you that holds a key to what is required for the old gods to return. I don't believe they know it, but I believe they will be sought after.
You've given me a lot to think about.
Good. I'm going to go play cards. It has been wonderful knowing you. I'm not 100% sure we'll meet again.
Safirith will just walk back up onto the deck.
As you walk up onto the deck, everyone else chipping away. Captain Aureus says, "Right, well, it looks like we're almost ready to get going. If you wish to, or if you wish to stick around, that's fine. I'm quite confident with the amount of work we've done to the ship. We're a little over a third of the way healed. We're at 120 hit points now. If we want to be specific, we can stick around and do a bit more healing. If you think we're going to be encountering some of that, you hear the cannons far off in the distance. Almost seems like there are ships that are being fired upon from the land far off in the distance, but that's for another adventure.
What's the plan? We defer to you lot. Isn't that right, Fibbers?
Aye, Captain. Whatever these landlubbers want, we be doing. That's our lot in life.
You know,
and I've resigned myself to it.
You know what? I don't think these be landlubbers.
I mean it affectionately, Captain.
All right. Did you just...
I'm a landlubber.
Touch me, Fibbers?
Of course not, Captain.
I didn't think so.
That was me Squiddiiiies.
Oh, all right.
Squiddiiiies. Is that what we're calling them now?
They be having a mind of their own sometimes.
Right.
I have to think that they can speak sometimes.
That's obviously bullshit. Squiddiiiies don't speak.
They be good Squiddiiiies, though.
The more you say Squiddiiiies, the creepier it gets.
The more I say it, the more I want to say it even more.
Say what?
Squiddiiiiies.
I wonder what it'd sound like coming out of Cotton-Eyed Joe's mouth. Cotton-Eyed Joe?
Cotton-Eyed Joe?
Oh, God, you scared me for a second there. I thought you were dead.
Cotton-Eyed Joe's not dead. Cotton-Eyed Doe.
Cotton-Eyed Doe?
Cotton-Eyed Doe.
Cotton-Eyed No. Cotton-Eyed Joe, how would you pronounce the word Squiddiies?
Shiver me Squiddiiiies.
Okay. Hopefully that's given you sufficient time to think about what you would like to do.
Well, I think this whole portal business has thrown a wrench in Fianna's plan. I'm happy to keep going, but...
Yes. I mean, we do still need to deal with the whole Bokt is under attack and they need help situation.
I'm saying, this is delicious, Etterath. Thank you. All I'm saying is that if I'm a gob, or the size of that giant, or that dragon turtle, I could save Bokt.
Well, but... I mean, you're not quite that size just yet, of course.
Sure you would be, but...
If you're a dragon turtle, you wouldn't have opposable thumbs. How would you save Bokt without opposable thumbs?
Did you not see what that dragon turtle did to two of those ships, plus ours?
It chomped and crushed them.
Exactly.
Are you going to chomp and crush Bokt?
No, I'd save Bokt.
By doing what?
By killing all the other ships that were sailing around that are going to attack Bokt.
And that will save Bokt, will it?
Yeah.
Well, all right.
That's what it's under attack from, no?
I guess. I don't know. You're the expert.
Well, I think we had the signal key to set it off, so if I want to prove it to you, we could.
I believe you left the key behind to set it off the invasion.
Well, shit.
I believe you gave it to...
We did.
We did.
What am I talking about? I wasn't fucking there.
Right.
Do you think the answer to being a god is here?
I don't know. Could be. I honestly is the first. The old gods are kind of whispered in the circles of the new gods. They don't really say much about it other than they sucked and we won. If that's the old gods in there, then they didn't quite win and they managed to hold them off and not be detected. And so they probably have powers that we could bargain for to fight the new gods.
Safirith,
Not yours.
Safirith
Not
just
yours.
walks up during this conversation.
I just don't think that this...
All right, or yours. Calm down.
I don't think these people want anyone to leave with their knowledge. I think if we go in there, we're not coming out. At least for a
All right,
long
then
time.
let's fucking go on with the plan to fuck off to Fianna.
I think it'd be suicide to try to take on a god in the state we are.
That's why I become one of them. A bargain. Like, what if I say, like, look, give me your powers and then I'll go and fight not your gods, but the rest of them.
I mean,
Give me a flaw in this plan.
Well,
What if they absolutely don't believe you and they crush you with a single hand?
That's a risk I'm willing to take.
What if they read your mind, they knew that you eventually want to take on them, and they just don't ever give you the power?
Oh, I got nothing against them. I honestly don't know anything about them.
You said you want to kill all the gods, though, Gold.
It sounds to me like you at least want to get a peek of this place. We can set up camp and wait if you wish.
Honestly, I think this is a me going against the group kind of thing, and I don't want to steer on this campaign to...
Bias, if you want to try, you can try. I don't think you can fly and get in.
I can't fly, no, so it'll be up to one of you two.
No, I mean, I don't think we could get in that way.
Oh, okay. So you weren't just shitting on me for not being able to fly. Okay.
No, I'm just, no, I'm saying if you want to get in there, it would have to be another way. I don't know how, but I don't know if it's possible. It also might, like, that thing did not seem to communicate.
We are closer to Fianna than expected. Timeline-wise, we've got maybe a day or two if we wanted to, and you'd still be pretty good.
right. I mean, either way, it's probably best for us to spend the night here. Everyone can rest. And I mean, if you say we've got a day, then we've got a day.
I wouldn't mind getting the ship up to scratch if you guys have been out there and there's not too much danger.
Well, now I want to get in there, but I'm not quite sure about staying on the land here with what's going on in the forest.
We could repair the ship, push it out to sea just off the coast.
Just as it's coming to nighttime, so then, like,
absolutely. Is that something we could do, Fibbers?
Aye, Captain. I think that'd be a good idea.
What's
This
Cotton
place
Eye
gives
Joe's
me the
thoughts?
heebie-jeebies. Cotton Eye Joe fly!
No, Cotton Eye Joe.
Cotton Eye Joe
can fly!
No.
Cotton Eye Joe could go up there with you.
He could.
I don't think.
Cotton Eye Joe fight God!
All right.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Cotton Eye Joe, fight God. You heard it here first. That's our first.
Versus
Cotton Eye Joe, fight God.
Oh, a boxing match.
Round one.
Ding, fight.
I don't know, Bias. It seemed to know the second we were there, but it didn't seem like something to parlay with.
Didn't even take a second look at us.
No, it just reacted.
Take a second look at me, don't worry.
Did you say hello?
Well,
Right, did you say hello? Thank you, Agenar. Thank you for being a voice of reason.
no,
in this.
I mean, I was in fucking eagle, so I
Right.
did
What,
a
did you
little
call it?
screech. Well, it screeched out of reflex, but it
Azorith-
didn't seem to.
No, I didn't talk to it. I was a bit taken back by the size of this fucking thing.
Wait, how big was it?
Like a giant,
Well-
like a huge giant.
Like a massive
Like a
giant?
massive,
Yeah, like a massive giant. head of
like a
it.
gigantic, massive, huge giant.
Right, and you flied right up to its eyeball.
Well, I flew up and then its eyeball was suddenly where I was.
Have you ever had a bug fly at you and you just
Yeah.
instinctively swat at it?
Yeah.
Could that have been the case?
Another voice of reason.
I'm not a voice of reason. I'm just letting the adventure get the better of me, frankly.
No, I mean that's very possible. It seemed like a guardian of some kind, whether it's keeping stuff out or keeping whatever is in there in.
Yes, and whatever is flying in might seem like it's more hostile than anything coming through a front door or anything like that.
Your mission is to find ways to aid Bokt. Is that it?
Yes.
Yes.
And your mission was to go to Fiaine and try and get some help.
Well, sort of. It was just to get help, and we thought Fiaine might be, possibly useful.
in danger.
Plus, we got your friend to save.
Well,
Have you tried talking to him today?
Nesh?
Yeah.
Well, no, because I mean, I was busy helping everybody out, and Nesh doesn't have a stone anymore, so I can't talk to her today.
I'm going to say something. I don't know if it's the right thing, but I do think that out of every continent here, where we are right now is probably the most neutral out of all of them. You say Fiaine might be involved in wanting to take over Bokt.
Yes.
I know Sabir is. Neodrak is in a civil war. They're not going to help anyone, and they probably have their own agendas. So, I don't know, maybe it is crazy, but
You think the old gods
Yes!
are unbiased?
well, I think Bokt is being defended by something beyond.
Not anymore.
Well,
Well,
that
Well-
dragon turtle was.
Mist was still there.
the mist is still
The mist
there.
is still there, and that dragon turtle, its mouth was glowing purple, like the purple of.
That dragon turtle was under the tutelage, shall we say, of his god.
Exactly.
That's not an old god.
No, but it is a god protecting
Something.
something, a land.
I don't think that came at the land. That protected us.
I'm pretty sure that I was on the trail of agreeing with you.
Okay,
in
I'll
what
shut
we
up.
wanted to do.
Yeah, it was
and now you're
protecting the
sort of
land.
talking
Yes,
me out
it was
of it.
protecting the land.
I just think that this land is being protected as well from something, and Bokt is being protected.
I mean,
How about we try?
if you're choosing between one of two things, I always like to flip a coin.
Oh, I got one.
have a
I got
coin?
one. Hang on. The one you gave me. Okay.
I heard that.
All right. Are we all goody? Flip of the coin. We go 1, we go 2. 1 being Fiaine, 2 being here.
So what? Heads is Fiaine, tails is here.
Well, one's a living queen and one's
Living Queen,
a
Fiaine,
dead queen.
skeletal
No, the dead
queen,
one
the old
is-
gods.
I mean, it makes sense. It's dead here, isn't it? So
Dead we stay,
Go.
living we go.
flip the
That
fucking
would be-
coin.
If you want to chalk it up to a coin toss.
All right.
I always want to chalk it up to a coin.
Oh, who wants to read it?
Fucking head over.
The living queen.
It's the living queen.
Right then.
So what was that one again?
To Fiaine we go.
To Fiaine we go. Fuck.
Right.
Maybe there's an old god in Fiaine that can give me some fucking powers.
Bias, we can always come back.
Well, I mean, the portal that took us here did have a lake in Fiaine. Maybe there's one hiding under
shit.
You could always do best of 3 coin tosses.
I'm down.
Maybe there's an old god underneath Fiaine.
I like this thinking. Let's go. Let's find these. Where else? Well, we want a river between Neodrak and...
Between Neodrak and Safirith.
Right.
North.
What was it? And then... Where were we before? Captain, where were we before we popped into that bloody thing to start?
We were down towards the volcano. Oh, down south.
Volcanoes usually contain titans or gods.
And the first...
If mythology tells me anything.
Well, also, we were not too far.
They mostly contain fire.
We were not too far from the dragon turtle.
It's my scientific
and
view.
that happened not too far from Ave with all the
fish. Yeah,
all the
we
fish
also appeared in Ava for
Where's the Safirith
a split second.
And
I was disassociating in your direction.
Here's the thing. We are going to keep repairing this ship until you say go. If you want to wait a little bit longer, let us know. If not, we can start sending the ship out. But at the moment, we are at what we're at as far as repairs go. We're functional.
Well,
go.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
We flipped the coin. We made the decision.
The captain gives the order, and the ship is kind of the stronger of the group start to kind of help push the ship out, digging out from the front, letting
I'll help push.
the water kind of.
I'll also help push.
The water kind of take it away. After a little while, give me opposing athletics checks, please, with disadvantage.
Both of us. Fucking shit.
Did you say no disadvantage?
With disadvantage.
Oh, first one was a 17. Second one is a 3 plus whatever it is.
9.
9. Excellent.
Wait, what's my 3 plus? I could win this. With my boosted stats. Oh no, where's D&D?
My strength never got boosted.
Your athletics is +2.
Oh, damn it.
Wait, did you both get 9?
No, I got 5.
No, you got 5. Etterath slightly a little bit more as the waves kind of...
They're taller than me. I get stuck in the waves.
Lap.
Yeah, and I'm doing this in heels, so shut up.
As you jump on board, as the ship kind of heads out into the ocean there, the captain says, right, correct me if you've got any better ideas, but if we head out directly east, we can come down through the top of Fiaine, or if we head down at an angle, we can hit one of the main kind of ports that are supplied by Severe. Indeed, if you're looking at the map, you can see that there is the section just above the lake. There's a little dip there, just above to the left of the lake. That would be the northernmost part that you could kind of dock at, a populated dock anyway, that I believe wouldn't be too far from your people, Etterath. Or down the bottom left side where it's a little bit flatter, that is the main kind of like area that you arrive in Fiaine, then trek through.
What's closest to your Howling Ring?
Yeah.
Howling Ring's kind of right
outside, right?
Yeah, it circles the capital.
Yeah, the Howling Ring is essentially right on the edge of, you see where the N, just above the N where the lake is? It kind of surrounds the capital there, which is where the word Fiaine essentially is.
Agenar, you don't seem too worried about your friend Nesh. Should we, not go there first?
Well, I mean, sure, I'm worried about Nesh, but also Nesh can look after herself. But we're on a mission for Bokt, and Nesh is not Bokt. We've been tasked with something else, so my worries shouldn't derail that mission.
All right, then.
All right.
What's the power?
Sacrifices must be made, I guess.
What's the power?
No, I just, I might
Be
be
a
stressed
cruel
about
opinion
it.
to be having of your friend, but I respect it.
Yeah, that's a strong stance to
I would
take.
not like you to be one of my friends, but a hero, I think ye are.
No. What I mean is, I'm very, very worried about Nesh.
Clearly,
but,
yeah.
Well, we're dealing with the entirety of Bokt and Nesh.
I agree with your decision.
Yeah,
Want
we're not saying the decision is
stay.
wrong.
It's a noble one.
Yeah.
Right?
Agnar, we can metaphorically...
Well, no, Nesh understands. That's why Nesh stayed in the Howling Ring.
Wow.
We can see if Nesh is safe while also finding allies, because Nesh will also be an ally to potentially help us with.
Right. Well, I mean...
Decision's made. We leave Nesh to the wolves. Sorry. Yeah, wolves.
Wolves, tigers, bears, bulls, rats, ravens.
Chloe, there's were ravens.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
They're
What do
not
they look like?
common,
Are they like human sized?
They're sort of like
Oh yeah, Aarakocras is a bird person next to me.
Aarakocra.
Right.
Like emo Aarakocra.
Well, then I guess
Can you
the
get were snakes?
I can't see why not.
northernmost port then.
Excellent.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's the closest. Well, it's the closest to us, and then if the
And also
Howling
furthest
Ring
away
or
from the
whatever.
cat bowl, to be honest. So
As you head out along the ocean here, heading kind of parallel to the lower coast of Neodrac,
the shaft of the penis.
that little whale head there. on
As
the
we sort of
right-hand side.
leave
Yeah.
the beach,
Mhm.
Azorith's going to just kind of be looking back at it and be sort of near Safirith and say, might have been a nice place to get away from all this, right? Samir,
I mean, it was beautiful,
they seem cut off from everything.
right? But it makes me wonder if wouldn't the best kind of jail be one that's so beautiful that you never want to leave it?
Would it be jail then?
Maybe it's heaven. I don't know.
Maybe it's not in our cards yet.
No, it seemed too good.
It was definitely something. Good, bad, I don't know, but
I'm glad I got to see it, though.
me too.
As the ship sails on, the sun kind of sets far behind you. As the sun sets behind you, you would see dotted along the coastline of Neodract fires. You would see kind of ahead of you, kind of inland a bit more, what appears to be the lit up ships, and the occasional flash of a cannon firing, flash of light. Not too long after, the sound of it kind of reaching you. As you drift on further and further, we get towards the early evening as the sun kind of sets behind you. As it sets behind you, the captain hands over the wheel to Fibbers, heads down below deck to grab a bite to eat. What is everyone doing at this point?
Okay, I'll talk first.
I don't know why you're looking at me. I didn't have anything ready.
I will be like, oh, fuck it. Okay, I'm gonna make sacrifices and go to sleep so I have my powers because I'm probably going to need them. And I'll just sort of pop into my shell near the front of the ship.
On deck. Beautiful. You pop into your shell on deck there. It is about 8 p.m., a nice early night.
Wake me if you need a watch.
Okay.
Anyone else doing anything in particular?
Yeah, Agnar's gonna sort of trot down below deck and find a quiet spot and just kind of play with the sending stone a bit, sort of umming and ahhing with it, and then eventually just speak into it and say, "What do you want?"
Can I
And
get
stump to the DM.
Number 3.
You would hear back.
Who the fuck is this?
I mean, that's all.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
You would hear beside you.
Michael is so upset.
You would hear beside you,
Dramatic lighting, too.
under the stairwell beside you,
Yeah.
you
Good
just
shot.
hear a little like, everything happens for a reason, of course. Even the bad things.
I suppose so.
Yes. Kind of tilts her head up a little bit. Looks at you. I'm very sorry.
What? Why?
Kind of toddles off.
I love it.
Azorith, what are you doing?
Azorith is going to stay up
Mhm.
for a while, not feeling very tired. He's probably going to stay up through the whole night. Probably spend a lot of time on top deck looking at the stars. Just kind of passing time throughout the night.
Safirith will go and find Azorith and just stand next to him, looking out.
Etterath is going to be on the top deck, sort of very nervously, just sort of trying to keep himself busy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keeping yourself busy.
Keep himself, he's going to be looking at the stars, being like, oh, yeah, lovely. And then it's just, but like very sort of visibly, just sort of like pacing around, thinking.
Mm-hmm. Okay. As you're pacing around, as the night kind of drags on a little bit. Force, you start to kind of drift off and get your naps in. Agenar, looking at the sending stone, you would hear above you on the gun deck. What's your passive?
Perception?
Yeah.
I think it's 18. What is it? 18.
Footsteps. More than 2 pairs of footsteps.
Footsteps on the gun deck?
Yeah.
Familiar footsteps?
Hard to tell. Definitely like 3 or 4 pairs of footsteps.
Do they sound suspicious? Are they suspicious footsteps? Are they like creeping around? Or are they just like walking around doing
they're moving
stuff?
very, very quickly.
Like they're running.
Not running.
Sneaking.
Tell me more.
As you listen to these footsteps on the gun deck, a couple things happen.
Mm-hmm.
2 of the footsteps seem to come down your way. You would hear a whispering of and you would hear cries of pain from Safirith and Azorith. We're going to go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay, then.
Oh, shit. Can I get our initiatives, please?
Oh, shit. Disadvantage, right?
At disadvantage, yeah. Yeah, Fibbers probably should as well.
That's a solid 3.
It's an 8.
A 3 for Force.
4 minus 1 equals 3.
Should I roll first or Alpen?
Yes, please. An 8 for Agenar.
A 7 for Safirith.
7 for Safirith.
A natural 20 for 23 for Azorith, and a 4 for Sir Alpen.
Of course.
Oh.
What did Fibbers get?
Is it just because you've got so much
Excellent. Etterath?
4.
Magic.
A ball of necrotic energy wallops out over you. You would see the very, very quick glimpse as this necrotic energy bursts out from you. A very quick glimpse of what looks to be a woman with her hair pulled back very, very tightly, pale, dark eyes. Don't recognize her. She seems to have a very dark uniform on with purple trim to it. Azorith, this looks familiar.
The person or like the
outfit?
uniform?
It looks 12-point strike force familiar. As it goes off, as this ball of energy explodes, I need Constitution saving throws from everyone. Force, you do not get to make one because you are incapacitated.
Wouldn't have made it anyway. 4 and a 2 on my dice.
Excellent.
13.
That is a fail.
20.
That is a pass.
These guys are no joke.
12 points of necrotic damage to Azorith, 24 points to Safirith, and 24 necrotic points of damage to our good friend Force, as this ball of necrotic energy just wallops out from the center of the ship. Because it is getting into the evening, there's not many people on deck, above deck. Indeed, most of them are down below relaxing. Fibbers is behind the wheel. You gather that Sorensen is probably up top somewhere, but other than that, it's just you lot at the front there that have been hit by this wave of necrotic energy. As it bursts out over you, you would see over their shoulder, you would see what looks to be a tall, thin man in dark clothing with purple trim, almost like a cavalier jacket, like a Civil War cavalier jacket, and you see him reach out over the top of her and place a hand over her shoulder. As he does, that brings us down at the beginning of round to Azorith. What would you like to do?
All right, so it's just those two that
you can see
there.
Yeah,
and who look like they just cast that nasty?
The woman at the front.
All right, let's see what I can do. All right, as a bonus action, I'm going to use 3 sorcery points to summon my Hound of Ill Omen.
Beautiful.
So, Azorith will just grab onto Safirith and just say, "It's severe. It's them. These guys are no joke."
It's 12 point.
Yes. And then he'll sort of like just reach over Safirith and sort of clasps his hands and sort of lift them up, and out of the deck, like out of the cracks of the wood, liquid shadow would just kind of seep out, and my Hound of Ill Omen will leap out and rush towards the woman.
Excellent, yeah.
It gets an attack when when I summon it?
Mm-hmm.
Does it?
I don't know. 'Tis your creature. I do not know, unfortunately.
I roll initiative for the hound.
Do it on your turn.
Okay, do it on my turn.
You've already got Alpin and everyone to worry about. So.
All right, so I'll have it attack
straight after your
just
turn.
kind of like gnarl at her legs.
Yeah.
Let me just pull up its stats.
As it bites at her.
So it is going to take, just a bite attack.
Yeah, absolutely.
10.
10 to hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, as it bites at her, no such luck. It kind of tries to launch at her, and she pulls her leg away.
Right. And as an action, because the Hound of Ill Omen is in proximity of her, I'm going to cast Banishment on her.
Excellent, yeah.
And she has to make a Charisma 16 saving throw at disadvantage.
That will even out then.
Damn it. Shit.
That is a 24.
Fuck, that's bad.
I think
as you cast Banishment, I mean, she's got a high charisma and she rolled a big number. As you cast Banishment, you see it hit her and she looks at you. She waves her hand as if she's about to cast some sort of what you would recognize to be a counter spell, and she kind of stops with a bit of a maniacal grin and tilts her head at you as if to be like, huh.
Shit. And I'm going to just run across deck just to get out of being with Safirith.
Where are you going?
So just across deck.
Beautiful. Is there anything else you wish to do? Stop fucking rolling dice.
No.
It's not what this game's about.
Practicing rolling.
That's it.
So we get good rolls later.
You're going to burn all your good rolls.
Well, I've already saved a nat 20 for later.
Oh, good. Excellent. That brings us down to the guy over her shoulder. As he reaches over her shoulder, as your dog runs up, he kind of tracks you, and you hear this horrible bang, these two bangs, as he fires off this flintlock pistol as it comes out at you. Does a 15 hit you?
I'm going to cast shield.
And does a 19 hit you?
That hits.
Excellent. The first bullet ricochets off. The second bullet does hit. You are going to take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points of piercing damage plus 16 points of poison damage as this bullet rips into your flesh.
22. 16 plus 6?
Sure. As it fires off, it is a pain unlike anything you've felt before. This tearing of flesh as it bursts out the other side of your shoulder there. He is then going to step around your hound. 5, 10, 15, 20. Your hound does get an attack of opportunity if it wishes, but I believe it can only attack the woman there. I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember with Hounds of Ill Omen.
It's sort of, it has its target that it goes.
Absolutely.
I think it can change to another one, but
Excellent. Excellent. Beautiful. That is going to bring us down to Etterath. As you're kind of hanging off the back there, you would hear 2 sharp shots of gunfire and you'd spin around after that necrotic energy bursts out. What would you like to do?
I will move my 15 feet to so I can just sort of survey the deck.
Yeah.
Then I see
woman right underneath you.
And then the dog. Then the dude.
Yeah, and the doggy.
I'm going to...
You like dogs?
That was my 5. Oh, that was only 10.
No, you went 15.
15? Was it 5? 10. Oh, I just go there.
Go right on there.
Just go to there.
Excellent. As you run to the railing there.
Yeah. I'm gonna jump off the railing to get close to the woman.
Excellent. Yeah, you jump off the railing there. As you do, you use up another 10 feet of your movement, and you land pretty much behind her, I guess, if you want to move the hound back a little bit. Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah, because I only had 5 left, so it's basically just me hopping over.
Yeah, beautiful. Excellent.
And then I'm within 5 feet?
Yeah.
2 slashes.
Go for it. 2 slashes.
I slash you once and I slash you twice.
12.
A 12 does not hit, unfortunately, with that first one.
And that one doesn't miss it.
Excellent. As you slash twice, she notes that you're behind her. She spins around, and she kind of whistles. Like, just a weird, tuneless whistle. Not tuneless, tuneful whistle. Is there anything else you wish to do?
The opposite of tuneless.
I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Compel Duel.
Oh, on her?
Yes.
Excellent. What is the saving throw there?
It is a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
+2 to this roll at advantage. 15, 16, 17. Okay, yeah, as you cast Compelled Duel, she whips her head around to you and kind of hisses. As she hisses, you would hear footsteps down below. Agenar, the dude in front of you, one of them looks incredibly tall and buff. He seems to have a whip of dark hair that comes into a ponytail and a big salt and pepper beard. He's wearing like a popped collar of a shirt with a bit of chest, bit of hair showing. And he is in...
That's a strange description for a bad guy.
Very tight-fitting, dark clothing.
I feel like I'm represented.
You can see his dad forearms showing out there. He is going to hear the whistle and look up. The first thing he's going to do is look at you. As he looks at you, you watch as his eyes flash, and he kind of, with his enormous, kind of pulls his enormous greatsword. He's going to rake it across his arm as best he can and flick blood at you. As the blood flicks onto your fur, can you make a strength saving throw for me?
Fuck.
Oh no, are there two down there with the Agnes? I was going to say.
And that's a strength save, so then that is a 6.
With a 6, you feel your body seize up and you are now unable to move. You have a speed of 0. You cannot take reactions. And you are seized up. He's then going to run up the stairs, which are just there. If you want to bring him up behind Etterath there, please. And and without even hesitating, he runs up. Yeah, pretty much under that cover there. He runs up behind Etterath with his big great sword. He's going to take 2 attacks at you, Etterath, with the great sword.
I don't think we're meant to win this one.
First one's a natural 20.
Mm-hmm. We're definitely not going to win this one. Jacob!
Second one is a natural 20.
What?
Jacob!
Are you about to die again?
Maybe. I don't know. I got a lot of hit points.
2 nat 20s in a row.
Oh my god!
Okay.
It's not a Mind Flayer episode that you going down.
Fuck, I know it's true. It's not a round of combat.
Combat without Etterath.
Do you have resistance to anything, Etterath?
No.
Your jokes.
I have resistance to being emotionally vulnerable.
I don't think you do. I think you have the opposite of that.
That's not vulnerable.
200 greatsword. What's that? A D12?
2d6.
41 points of slashing damage.
Holy fuck.
41.
Wait, what? Who just got hit with that?
You can see as he swipes twice, it's 2 crits. As he swipes twice, there is a throbbing to the blade as it hits you, and you gather there's something else laced on top of this.
I'm now sweaty.
Is that happening on the top deck?
Yes.
Sour blade.
It's a sour.
Can I, as a reaction on only one of those, cast silvery barbs?
Yeah, next time be quicker. So
I know.
Now I have to check what everything was.
Yeah, but it's cool.
So how do you cast silvery barbs?
We'll do it next time. It's okay. It's okay.
What do you mean it's okay? That was 40.
I still got half-ish hit points.
Yeah, silvery barbs it. Just be quicker next time.
Yeah, I'm
Shout it
going to
out.
silvery barbs at 1.
Excellent. So go ahead and burn that spell slot. Well, how do you silvery barbs?
So just kind of peeking around at this new guy coming up and taking a walloping on Azorith. Etterath.
That's your own name. How did you fuck up your own name?
I've done it before, actually. He's just going to kind of like pull his arm back and twirl his fingers and just jut a viscousy ball of black shadow into the guy's face, causing him to miss.
Excellent.
Or causing him to re-roll.
Yes, exactly. Does a 19... sorry, 13. Does a dirty 20 hit you? Excellent. So take 22 off that damage and instead take 13 damage. So heal yourself 22 and then take 13 damage.
And
as that second swipe
advantage on the next attack roll.
Doesn't quite have as much juice to it, but there still is this weird thunderous wallop that wallops out from it. Excellent. That is going to bring us round to her turn. She is going to...
She's going again? No.
She's going to bonus action cast Hex on you, Safirith. As that Hex hits you, you feel your legs almost come out from under you, and this feels a lot nastier than you expect. She is then going to turn around and she is going to cast... she's going to throw an Eldritch Blast over the top of your dog at you, Azorith. 2 Eldritch Blasts coming your way. That's
Jacob.
That's
That's
No.
that's too.
Jacob!
I'm gonna retire. These two dice are going in the thing because I just got 2 nat 20s.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Double 20s. I didn't believe it.
That is mathematically impossible.
That's like a 1 in 2,000 chance.
No,
or
we're
something
beyond
stupid.
because what?
The dice
Two
gods
nat
have
20s in a
spoken.
row is
It's 1 in 400, yeah.
I'm genuinely. This was
I
meant
mean,
to go
it's
a
not
bit longer
directly in
than
a
this.
row.
But those dice are retired now. I'm not rolling those
No,
dice.
no, I
anymore.
love it. It's fun.
Oh my god.
I want you to
It's
kill
okay,
us.
Jake. We can all.
Out of curiosity.
Campaign 2. Campaign
Starting in Wakanda.
Excellent. Azorith, you are going to take 10, 15
One
points.
in 160,000.
Sorry, how much points was that?
15 points of force damage as this Eldritch blasts. 2 of them come over the top there. Hit you with unerring accuracy.
You must have rolled like garbage on that damage.
Yeah, one of them was a 6, a 4, and 2 and a 3. Yeah. And no modifiers. But that's still 40-10
old
damage.
Gods and the new.
Excellent. As that happens, she is going to...
No, she can't do more.
She is going to stay where she is. She doesn't want to get...
She cast a hex and she did.
What? You can hex and then Eldritch
No, I
Blast if
know.
you can.
No, I know. I know you
action.
can.
Yeah, but
I'm just mad about it.
Excellent. That is going to bring us down to, unfortunately, the guy just opposite you, Agenar. You can see this guy's a lot smaller, and the shadows seem to stick to him a little bit like Azorith. You would watch as he kind of twirls a blade in his hands, and as it moves, the shadows seem to catch onto it. Some sort of shadowy blade. He is going to...
Wait,
Can't do
that
anything.
guy did a spell and did 2 attacks? That guy's insane.
Yeah, bonus action. It's not a spell. Blood curse is a...
Fuck me, I need to be a blood hunter.
Yeah, it is. That's why he flicked blood. Why do you think he flicked blood? Shadow guy is going to...
Kelly, better put up some sick battle death music on this.
Death music.
Yeah, like...
Who's dying?
Yeah, all of us.
We'll see.
He's going to dart forward and just put a hand up to your beak as if to be quiet, and he's just going to go and slash you twice with the shadow blade.
He's going to put a rubber band on your beak.
I'm going to roll the same dice. You are not. He doesn't get advantage. You have no strength and no reaction, so he's not going to get an advantage on this. The first to hit is a 13.
Does not hit.
Excellent. But does a 24 hit you?
That hits.
Okay.
Yes.
You are going to take 4 points of piercing damage. You're going to take 12 points of necrotic damage. And are you immune to necrotic damage?
Or does it do double damage?
Oh, I don't believe. Let me check.
I don't believe you are.
I don't believe I am.
Okay.
Spellcasting
Your
one
strength
away.
score is reduced by 2. And bear in mind that if a score is dropped to 0, you die. If you refresh your character right now, I've just adjusted your strength score, and you've lost 2 to your strength.
So where is he? He's
come to you, yeah?
Yeah, he's
So he's
here.
taken 10 feet to you, and then he's going to duck back out the way, and he's going to take...
Your brain turns to mush.
5, 10, 15, and he's coming... he's going to go up the other side.
Well, your wisdom comes from your brain.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So he's coming up the back of these steps here, essentially. So he's running up the steps to the other side there. That is
Can I
his
still
turn.
see him?
You can see his feet, yeah, as he's running up. That is going to bring us down to Agnar's turn. Agenar, you are seized up. What are you thinking right now?
Briganti, help me. That's what's going through her mind. And then also through, can I see the step in front of him?
Kind of like he's going up the stairs, so you can see his feet, like shins and above. You can see the side of the step, like he's essentially running back towards you, not away from you. But yes, you can. Excellent. So that is the end of your turn.
I can speak.
You can
right?
speak. Yeah.
I can speak.
You have your speed reduced. Yeah, you can speak.
Yeah. So I would like, to cast. Yes, I want to attempt to cast something. Briganti, help me. Guardian of Faith in as close a spot to him as I can possibly see.
Yeah, you want to describe what your Guardian of Faith is?
My Guardian of Faith essentially looks like a kind of ghostly version of Brigantia. It's a woman with, I mean, she's kind of ghostly so you don't get color, but like slightly wavy hair. She's holding a spear. She has kind of, plate mail armor on, but then underneath that she sort of has like a flowy kind of dress thing happening, and she sort of has flowers around her wrists and in her hair. It's sort of like an interesting mix of battle armor and like garden princess.
Beautiful. If you want to go ahead and place your Guardian of Faith just on the side closest to you.
Just here.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
Closer, like around the other side, as if he's going up the stairs. Yep, right there. Excellent.
There.
Beautiful. Excellent. As your Guardian of Faith
Excellent.
appears. Excellent. Can you go ahead and make a strength saving throw for me? You now have -2 to it.
That's a 14.
You are still seized up where you are standing,
fair.
unfortunately. As you struggle to move. Close, though. Very, very close. As you struggle to move and get your way out of there. That is going to bring us down to Safirith. Safirith, as you look up... what would you like to do? You see these creatures. The witchy-looking woman keeps looking to you.
Yeah, I'm going to try and hit her with 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Yeah, go for it. Go ahead and give me 2 Eldritch Blasts.
That is a...
Nat 20s? Thanks.
Nope. That is a nat 1.
A nat 1. Okay.
Yeah.
A
I'll
second
get
nat
you to
1.
roll the damage there.
And a fucking 5.
Yeah, the nat 1 flies past and hits Etterath square in the chest there, unfortunately, as you're firing down the line. If you want to go ahead and roll the damage, the 5 heads off to the other side there.
Oh, and it's a 10. It's 13 damage.
13 damage. Oh, God. Excellent. That is going to bring us down to Fibbers McGee, followed by our good friend. So, Elpin, I'll get him out.
So Fibbers McGee is going to
Throw it at me? Great.
reach into his beard.
All of us.
Maybe this is a bad idea, actually.
Yeah, because all your friends.
It's very big. It's bigger than I thought it was in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Was that fireball?
Do it. Do it. Do
Oh,
it. Do
y'all
it.
gonna
Do
create
it.
a fireball.
Do it.
Damn it, that's gonna fuck everything up.
Bet.
In a
Fuck the
panic.
entire ship
In a
up.
panic.
Oh, thank you.
Imagine if the DM killed us.
Fibbers reaches into his beard, and he's concentrating on like steering the ship and lobbing one of the squids at an enemy, and so he doesn't get a perfect aim, and he ends up throwing the squid, and it lands bang in the middle of the ship. And what you see is the squid hits the deck and starts to what looks like melt into the floor and leave like just a big black inky spot. He disappears, and then through that you start to hear sounds coming from the hole, like whispers in languages that you don't quite understand. They kind of pierce your eardrums, and you see this blackness start to then envelop pretty much the whole ship, pure blackness, and it gets really, really chilly, and you start to feel like the hairs in your nostrils start to freeze over, the hairs in your ears as well, your eyelashes start to go, and if you are in this circle, you are completely blind, and you will also start your turn, if you're in it, with 2d6 cold damage. And if you end your turn in it, you must succeed a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 acid damage.
You are also blinded while you're in there.
Yeah, I said that, yeah.
Yeah.
Am I blind if I walk into it?
And Devil's Sight does not penetrate it.
I couldn't do it anyways.
I wasn't saying for you. I was saying for myself.
I benefit.
Fibbers McGee, you drop this whispering orb of darkness on the center there. So you can keep an eye on when people start their turn, but they're going to take 2d6, and if they end their turn, another 2d6.
So 2d6 if they start to turn.
Yep.
Cold damage, 2d6 acid damage on a failed dexterity save if they end their turn.
Okay, and difficult terrain?
I don't believe it's difficult terrain.
It is difficult terrain.
It is difficult terrain.
Yeah. Okay.
Luke is now the whispers for the rest of the.
Okay. This is going to bring us down to Sir Alpin.
Well,
what was Sir Alpin doing, do you think?
he was going to.
Was he down below deck or above deck?
Well, good question. He probably would have
I
been.
do it for you.
He probably would have been up on deck, keeping an eye on Azorith.
I said to go fuck myself, so I am.
So he would be near.
He probably wouldn't have been close. He would have been off in the distance, either at the bow or the
Outside
stern.
of this?
Yeah.
Your choice.
He would have been
Bow or
just
stern.
outside of that circle, I
No, I
would
think
say.
bow or stern.
He was sitting on my shell.
So now all he sees is a ball of darkness there.
Oh,
in
that's
front
good.
of
That
him.
answers my question.
Right. Not much he can do there. He'll run to the edge of the darkness. And
Fire!
he'll say, as Jake will say, so Azorith, follow my voice! Follow my voice! He'll try and be a beacon for Azorith.
Okay, nice. Very nice. That is going to bring us down to force majeure. What would you like to do?
Well, wake up.
You're below the deck, right?
No, I'm over here.
No, you're just prone.
Oh, he's there.
Essentially, you were woken up by the necrotic. Whack.
Pop out, I stand up. That's half my movement. So
Yep.
that's 5 or 10 feet.
15?
No, I have 15 feet of movement total.
Oh, yeah, you're really sleepy.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
So Alpin, what the fuck is going on?
There's darkness abound. Baddies afoot. Sir Azorith is in trouble.
Oh, that wasn't a dream.
Amazing.
And then I take 5 foot step forward, and that's it.
Okay.
Because that's all my
Would you
movement.
like to use your action to move another 15 feet?
Oh yeah, right. Can I make an Arcana check to see if
Absolutely,
I walk
yeah,
into
yeah.
this, I go blind?
Absolutely.
That isn't. It got worse somehow. That was a 6 plus, I think, a 1. So 7.
You gather running in, you'd be blind, but you're not sure of the other effects of it. It just looks like a big ball of darkness.
I'll run up to him and be like, who needs what? I can't do much, but point me in a direction.
Excellent.
And the arm of God shall come down.
At the end of the round, no one being able to see just how hurt Azorith is, just how hurt Etterath is. You, Safirith, would hear the witch whisper across to you. She says,
The Rackhold Syndicate has come to pick you up. Surrender and the rest will survive.
somewhere amongst this whispering, and that is where we're going to leave this session.
What a TPK. You better not surrender.
Leader of the Mind Flare.
Thanks for listening to Theater of the Mind Flayer.
We go live on all good podcast app every Tuesday at what time?
I don't know. Do you know?
No.
Every time?
All the times, 2 a.m., 7 p.m. If you like what you heard,
Leave us a review on whatever podcast app you're listening to.
and if you didn't like it, then
Then turn it off and never listen to it again.
no, they could turn it on and listen to it again and find something better about it, and they actually like it.
That works.
Reach out to us on Twitter at mindflayer_pod and
Instagram at Theater of the Mind Flayer.